The appeal of NCT's Jaehyun. Let's discuss. Jaehyun is often considered a killer visual, not just in NCT, but in K-pop. That lady in America said it the best. That man is gorgeous. From his face to his abs, his hair, and those dimples when he smiles, yes, Jaehyun is very visually stunning. His visual appeal reminds me of Cha Eun-woo, a classically handsome, symmetrical face with a genteel look to him, soft features and soft expressions, with gentle eyes. There is a classic gentleness in Jaehyun's nature, and his voice accentuates this because it's soft and almost airy, which translates into his singing voice as well.
너의 빈자리 더 짙게 너를 느낀 조금 진해진 irony.
It's a romantic and non-threatening voice. The fact that Jaehyun hardly ever raises his voice and is naturally soft-spoken adds to his overall attractiveness and appeal. People often misconstrue that Jaehyun is only popular because he is handsome, when there is so much more to him than just his outer shell that keeps fans hooked. As Jaehyun is observant and respectful, he is not insecure, which means he has an easygoing personality that is likable. Yes, he is a naturally quieter person, but it doesn't mean he isn't charismatic and friendly, which we will explore later. The fact that he even hangs out with Eun-woo and Jungkook outside of NCT shows he is sociable and makes friends even from different companies. Jaehyun knows he is a handsome guy and has admitted it, but instead of being arrogant and obnoxious about it, thinking he can get away with poor behavior because he's so good looking, Jaehyun instead is quiet and respectful, not just to other members, but to the public and to his fans. For example, at an award show, NCT fans were shouting at Taehyung, Jaehyun, and Johnny about Jeno's abs, and Johnny reacted the most excitedly, while Taehyung was shocked. Jaehyun, however, pressed a finger to his lips to quiet down the fans because they were all in a hall with other groups and other fandoms, and a show was currently going on. Jaehyun was being mindful of their environment and wanted not only his members, but NCT fans to respect everyone in the area and to be mindful of others. It shows a level of maturity and respect for social etiquette, and Jaehyun has a reputation, especially amongst K fans, of being polite and well-mannered, especially in public places. Another example is when fans came up to Jungkook, Eun-woo, and Jaehyun, who were having dinner together, and asked for their autographs. It was the wrong time and place to ask, and so it was actually Jaehyun who spoke up respectfully and kindly told the girls that they were having some personal time and could not sign autographs for them. It shows that yes, Jaehyun is introverted, but it doesn't mean he's shy or insecure, and will speak up when it comes to upholding his or his friends' boundaries. Jaehyun is protective of his privacy, and those boundaries are important to him, hence why he does not want to encourage a parasocial relationship. For example, a fan asked him if she could call him mine, and he responded with, "Call me Jay," and when he made a heart for the fans, humorously, albeit slightly seriously, he broke it, subliminally keeping that boundary there. And during a fan call, a fan mentioned this boundary, stating although she would never know Jaehyun 100%, and Jaehyun would never know her 100%, she would still support him at 200%. And Jaehyun nodded in agreement, saying they'd both cheer each other on. This is the kind of relationship he prefers, and not all idols are this way, but Jaehyun works hard to keep it that way for him. You can see how shocked he was when a fan asked him about his broken toe, because he really thought that that information had been kept private, and he didn't want the news to leak and to draw attention to himself, which makes it even sadder that Jaehyun's hotel room got filmed by that girl, as it was probably quite traumatic for him, and that sucks. Jaehyun is someone who prefers to deal with personal issues and his emotions in private, which is very opposite to someone like Taehyung, who finds it helpful and takes solace in sharing his vulnerabilities and struggles with the fans. Now, this does not mean that Jaehyun dislikes his fans. He is an introvert and isn't a fan of overt fan service, but there are numerous moments he's had interacting with fans happily, waving at them before leaving a show, extending a fan call with a male fan because it was such a rare moment for him, and he always thanks citizens during lives and smiles and waves at the fans. He takes fan letters with a high five here. He appreciates them and the gifts he's given. Jaehyun shares more humorous things and likes to make the fans laugh via weird bubble messages, funny Instagram photos, and who can forget the whole Jamal thing. Jaehyun simply likes to share only good vibes with the fans at his own comfort level of fan service. What makes this attractive is how strongly Jaehyun sticks to his boundaries and chooses to engage engage with fans who humanize him. The fact that he continues to have this strict line and doesn't worry that he could be growing an even bigger fan base if he just removed these boundaries, it shows that Jaehyun isn't insecure and that he's confident enough to stick to his own level of comfort and is happier for it, and that is appealing. Continued in part 2.